So I wrote this after reflecting on a book that I've read called 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman. You may have heard me mention it before. It had quite an impact on my sort of view of things and way of thinking. I think a lot about how I approach life and happiness. The biggest reality I've come to terms with is that I'm finite. Once I accepted this truth, I realised the next step was to live how I want to live. Maybe things that I can't control, like disability or illness or things that are out of my circumstances that I didn't choose. But I do have agency over certain things. My mindset, the people I allow into my life, the relationships I choose to nurture or to let go of, and how I show up for myself. Sometimes I catch myself thinking I don't have control over everything. Like I've got kids, I've got responsibilities and relationship. Then I realise some of what's out of my control is simply just the cost of the decisions I've made in life to make room for what I truly want. Maybe it's ending a relationship or removing toxic energy or letting go of habits. The cost can be uncomfortable, but I've learned that growth and new experiences on the other side of discomfort are generally way better. I've also had to accept that no one is ever 100% happy or on top of everything all the time. It's just not realistic. Because I'm finite, I know that I need to focus on what's truly important. Yes, I have work and responsibilities. I can always find at least 5 minutes a day to work on something that brings me closer to my goals, builds a habit, or moves me more to a life that I want to create. Pure happiness without problems doesn't exist. Life will always present challenges, and random, unpredictable nature of life is one of the few things that are truly infinite. So I've started to think about what I genuinely want from life and moving forward. There's no point waiting for some perfect moment. I'm going to take small, intentional steps towards the future that I want while staying in the present that I'm in. There's no point in us living for something that is distant in the future. We've only got now. It's the only thing we're guaranteed is right this second. It could all change within a blink of an eye. I wrote that today and I've messed some of that up, but that's just the way it is. I'm still going to post this and probably edit out a few bits. But ultimately, the cost of changing the things that you want to change may be big. It may mean that you have to go without something that you thought was valuable to you, but ultimately, the only thing that's valuable is time. And if you're spending time thinking one day things are going to get better and not actually work towards making things better, then what do you expect to happen? Evaluate where you are, where you want to be, and make some key choices in what direction you want to take your life in. But do it with an eye on the future, but make sure you're in the present.